Hi there. Do you know how much a penny actually costs to make? Well, it costs roughly around 2 cents to actually make. And just by knowing this fact, that should anger you. My goal for this speech is to persuade you into discontinuing the penny. In my speech, I will use three main facts supported by evidence to actually help you out, to help convince you that this needs to happen. My first one is the penny costs way too much to make anymore. My second fact was most countries have already gotten rid of their version of the penny. My third fact is that the penny is already made of some of the cheapest metals around, so making it cheaper is probably impossible. For my first fact, the penny costs too much. It costs roughly 1.7 cents if we can get the material itself to actually get the penny. It once cost 2.34 cents to make actually 1 penny. In 1 month, we usually make about 13 million pennies, and about roughly 2 cents for each penny. That's doubled the money. I don't know, but didn't do the math, but that's still a lot of money, and for half the cost. In 2014, we made about 13 billion pennies, and that's just ridiculous. I mean, if you had a price tag on how much a penny cost on each penny, you would not want the production of the penny to go on. In fact, in 2009, we made 2.585 trillion coins, and 1.65 trillion of those were pennies. And that's a lot of wasted money. My second fact is most other countries have gotten rid of their version of the penny. Countries like Canada, I want to say New Zealand, and Australia have gotten rid of their penny because very similar reasons why we got rid of our version of the penny. It's because it was getting too expensive to make, and it was just, again, too expensive to make. Just they couldn't find cheaper metals to actually replace that of what they're actually making. My third point is the penny is already made of the cheapest materials around. It's made of mainly copper and zinc, which, again, if we could make the penny cheaper, we would have already tried. In fact, there is also examples of us already getting rid of some currencies that were just too expensive to make. Like, we used to have a half penny. We got rid of that long ago because it just no longer cost as much as we want. It cost way too much for a half penny to be made. So we got rid of it. And we should get rid of the penny too, because it's ridiculous. There's no cheaper substance to actually get rid of it. In fact, the reason why it was $2.34 is because we had some trade deal going wrong in China in like 2012, and it was just, at the time, 2.34 cents for 1 cent. It just doesn't make any sense. I hope this speech has persuaded you into thinking more about how we spend our money, especially if we can get rid of it like we've already done in some other currencies. The very fact that it costs too much, that we can follow examples of other countries that have done this. And most likely, there's not going to be a cheaper substance or substitute for the production of the penny. It's just, at this point, we should just look into just cutting it completely, because most businesses already get rid of their penny, and some private businesses already have gotten rid of their penny because it's easier. They just round it off, and customers like it. I hope this speech has persuaded you in any form of way to just see my point of view on why we should get rid of the penny.